Hey, I want y'all to continually racially discriminate against my people. Continue to do that. When they get in there, continue to do what y'all been doing. Continue to lie on them and get them fired and get your people in there like y'all been doing. Continue to do that. Continue hiring the unqualified just because they're y'all people. Continue to do that.
Let's talk shop with old school. Yeah. I paid my dues, I know the rules. Let's talk shop with old school. Coming from the West Coast, city of Long Beach, you know it, bro. We partied on the Queen Mary, yeah, we did the most. If you wasn't from the city, then you did a ghost. The streets don't play, that's how it goes. I pay my dues, I know the rules. Let's talk shop with old school. I took no shortcuts, I'm no fool. Let's talk shop with old school. I paid the cost, I took the loss. Let's talk shop with old school. The game never comes without no pain. Let's talk shop with old school. You can't have no ups without no down. Let's talk shop with old school. And Think Smart Publishing, that's how we roll. Old school.
It's a Southern California institution.
That chicken's fantastic. Work that out. They got that seasoning sauce. See, that ain't that shake and bake.
Popular with celebrities including Snoop Dogg, Larry King,
I'm gonna have a chicken and waffle. Yeah.
and even President Obama. But Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles has been ordered by a jury to serve up more than $1.6 million in damages to a former employee who filed a racial discrimination and wrongful termination suit against the soul food chain.
It's owned by an African-American owner, but he gives full authority to the Hispanics to run it.
According to Daniel Beasley's lawsuit, managers at the restaurant on Pico harassed him for being African-American and gave preferential treatment to Latino employees, including better schedules. The grandfather from Compton says he complained to Human Resources and the company's African-American owner, but nothing was done, and he was later fired for what he says was retaliation.
It just caught me by surprise because here I am getting fired when I'm trying to fix the problem.
Beasley says he became homeless after losing his job. He and his attorney now hope the jury's decision sends a clear message to all businesses.
Racism, racial harassment can occur really anywhere, even in a black-owned business.
You can't treat people like that and get away with it constantly.
And it's like, the situation is so egregious, you can't even reverse the roles to speculate how it would have gone different if it was in reverse, because it would never happen. Like, you would never see a Hispanic-owned business that has one Hispanic person and the rest of them are black. Nor will you see that with Asians or Arabics, whites, or pretty much anyone else. So it wouldn't even be a thing to begin with. Even in cities that are predominantly black, you still won't see so much as a 50-50 split between our people and theirs. We're the only ones that do that stupid shit. And don't know blacks got that worse than California blacks. And with that said, I'd like to read y'all a comment that was posted on one of my videos a while back.
I hire Mexicans. They don't call me the N-word, at least not to my face. As long as they get my work done, I don't care.
In what world would they call you the N-word when you're hiring and paying them?
Right. What is he talking about? Then go say at least to my face, like they call him that when he not around and he okay with it.
Looks.
I said this in one of my videos that black people, we go above, and I say we because I'm a part of this race. We go above and beyond to show the dominant society that, hey, we're not going to show preferential treatment to our people. We're not gonna do that. And in doing that, they overdo it. Just like this here, Roscoe's, all just like my man said, you're not gonna go nowhere in this country and find a Mexican owned establishment, white owned establishment, no race for that matter, and it be predominantly black people working there and they people not working. It's one of their own kind. It's not gonna happen. Only black people do that stupid shit. This is what I was talking about. And this comes from a fear of, hey, you look and listen, man, we get it. We get it. We see it. Every black person has been in this situation where, just like Kamala Harris said, and to me, she not black. She said, I'm not gonna do nothing for you just because you black. No, that's what she said. And that's how black people think. But every other race practice that. They put their people in there first. You go places in California alone, Southern California, when you go through the construction spots, you see all Mexicans. What other pretty much all of the industries are dominated by Mexicans out there, right? And that's not it's not their fault. I don't fault them for that. I fault black people because when you dumbass niggas had, excuse me, when you dumb Negroes had the power, y'all didn't put us in position. You didn't do it. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I was an AO for the Compton Fire Department. I went through the James Sherman Fire Academy. They took our money, made us think we was gonna be firemen and shit like that. But I became an AO. And during the hiring process, they didn't hire brothers from the community. They hired white boys from Orange County. Look at the department now. Look and see what the general makeup is. It's not the same as it was back in the 80s, maybe. Just like Inglewood. Inglewood used to have their own fire department. It used to be Inglewood Fire Department, and it was predominantly black. But those black officers, chief officers that were in power, they start outsourcing jobs to white boys. And they took over. Same thing that happened with Compton. Come on, talk to me. My people that work at the Compton Fire Department, y'all know I'm telling the truth. The Chief Rico Smith and Chief, I believe it was John Thompson. And they didn't want to hire, man, they didn't want no brothers, no real black men. No, they didn't. They didn't. And see, when I graduated from the Fire Academy in Compton, me and a group of other people, they put us in position to become TAs. We were training assistants, and we were able to go out and recruit. Man, I recruited all blacks. I recruited all blacks. Not to be racist, because that's not racist. At the end of the day, it's self-preservation. That means yourself and your own kind. So I would proctor the test. My right hand or whoever. I would proctor the test. And the brothers would come in and they would say, man, I can't do this math. Man, I don't know how to do this math. Why you tell? I didn't know I had to do. Hey, bruh, don't worry about it because the job don't consist of you doing math. These tests are to keep us out. And I understood that. These tests that you give us are to keep us out. So what I told the brothers, every brother that I got in there, don't worry about it, bro. I got you. You ain't gonna get 100 on the test, but I'm gonna give you a passing grade to where you make the cut. A lot of brothers got on because of me. Now, fast forward to the day. How black is the Compton Fire Department right now? Who knows? Ain't nothing ours. We don't have nothing. We don't have nothing because of this. Black people think, hey, if I hire my own people, they ain't gonna give me this, they ain't gonna give me that. And that may be right. That may be so. That may be so. But you not protected. You not protected. When you do it like that, you isolate yourself from your community. You isolate yourself And when they come in and when they want to put these sanctions on you to where you can't get this or you can't get that, then don't come back to the community now and be like, hey, I'm black, I'm a black owned business. No, that right there, that brother said he was experiencing racial discrimination, preferential treatment, not him getting it, but he saw that the Mexicans there was looking out for their people. And I'm not mad at them for looking out for their own people. I'm not, man. Continue to look out for your people. Continue to put black folk. Hey, I want y'all to continually racially discriminate against my people. Continue to do that. When they get in there, continue to do what y'all been doing. Continue to lie on them and get them fired and get your people in there like y'all been doing. Continue to do that. Continue hiring the unqualified just because they're y'all people. Continue to do that. I ain't mad at you for doing that. I'm mad at us because we don't practice that. We don't want to practice group economics. We don't want to practice that. And the reason I want y'all to continue doing that is because history shows that my people, we come together under those circumstances, i.e., the Montgomery bus boycott back during the civil rights movement. When we realized that we as black people had a common enemy, and that was everybody, just like it is today, because we have no allies. Once we understand that, we began to get on code with one another, right? Now with today's generation, I don't know because uh today's generation have a lack of everything. We don't have the same vigor, we don't have the same strength, we don't have the same courage that our people had back during the civil rights movement. Let me give you an example. When Dr. King when Dr. King led the Montgomery bus boycott, he was 27 years old. What was you doing when you was 27? I knew what I was doing when I was 27. I think I was an AO at the fire department, trying to be a fireman and helping other blacks get on. That's what I was doing. When Booker T. Washington raised, I think it was like 3 million or the equivalent of 3 million today to uh, fund the Tuskegee University, he was 24 years old. Now, look at what our 24 and 27-year-old blacks are doing today. They twerking. The girls are. They twerking. The young men, they don't know whether they want to be men or women. They wearing clothes tighter than women. And they got no fight in them. Only towards each other. Only towards each other. Now, hey, I'm not here to pass judgment, but somewhere the ball was dropped. And the ball was dropped prior to my generation. Prior to my generation. My generation, brothers my age, the 50 and up crowd, those of us, we still have that sense of blackness. We still have that sense of blackness. That's why it's easy for us to get along. It's easy for us to put, when you look at the gangs, it's easy for us in this bracket to say, hey, bro, we were stupid. But when you look at the youngsters today, they don't have that. They don't have that. So while we out here fighting each other, now you could say black people will adopt that narrative where black people don't want to work. Come on, man, don't play no games. Don't play no games. You shortchanges. You're shortchanges. When black people go to purchase something from other black people, they always want a discount. They always want a discount, but they're not asking that white boy for a discount. They ain't asking that Korean for a discount. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. You see? So with that being said, Look into your communities. Look at the Black-owned businesses and see if they employ Black people. See, in California, back in the day, we had all of the chicken spots, we had the barbecue spots, we had all of that for ourselves. But they sold out to the Koreans and the Asians and others. When you look at what's the chicken spot that I think Louisiana chicken, Louisiana chicken, Korean owned, Mexicans back there cooking the chicken. Come on now, come on, Mexicans back there cooking the chicken. We not even in control of soul food because of stuff like this. What this dude doing here at Roscoe's. Because pretty soon now it's a Mexican woman that owns Roscoe's right now. It's a Mexican woman that owns Roscoe's right now. And you think that brother right there that own that Roscoe's. That's what happens. That's what happens. We take the power out of our hands and give it to others by not hiring our own. Now, yeah, I get it. We might have some lazy people in our race. Yeah, every race got those. Every race got them. But Black people, come on, man, y'all know we horrible when it come to that, especially in California. In California alone, man, I'm gonna just tell you, Black businesses don't strive. They don't thrive. I'm sorry, not strive. They don't thrive because a couple factors. We are not going to hire our own to make it right. We won't reach out to find competent workers that can keep our businesses going. And two, gang violence. Gang violence destroys a lot of Black business. Two of my favorite hamburger spots. One of them is Hawkins Burgers. It's right off Imperial in the Bounty Hunters. It's in the Bounty Hunter hood. I'm sure I got that street right. Yeah, right in the Bounty Hunter. My second one is, well, this is my first. My first is Fresh and Meaty. Fresh and Meaty, well, both of them, they are tied. They are tied because they both bomb. They both bomb. And the cold part about it is you can lose your life going there. These Black people, why we got to lose our lives going to get something to eat? So many people like Fresh and Meaty they give good burgers, and I always supported them. I've always supported Fresh and Meaty. Hawkins as well. You got to sneak in Hawkins though, because you know snipers on the other side over there. They gonna do what they do if they catch you. If they catch you slipping, it's a wrap. And that's how we are, man. That's cold, man. Me, since I've been in the South, I could go anywhere and get food, man. I could go anywhere. I ain't gotta worry about because I got on my blue or I wear everything. But this is my shit though, right here. I wear anything. When I go to other spots, I could go anywhere out here, and I'm greeted. I'm greeted. You know what I mean? A lot of them see the Long Beach, say, "Oh, you from Cali? You from Cali?" They gonna show love. They gonna show love. But I'm saying though, man, with that right there, that's unacceptable. I'm gonna tell you something. To be real with you, what we need to start doing, and I don't want to say I'm not promoting it, but that's what other people do. What would the mafia do? Just Black people love mafia shit. Black people love Italians. That's why when they become a rapper, they name themselves after a fucking Italian who didn't like Black people. That's what Black people do. You got these Gottis and uh whatever. It's a Gotti everywhere. Every generation, it's a young Gotti. And they didn't even like Black people. But you had Black people too that was mafia too. They don't like the Frank Matthews. They don't want to name themselves after the Black people. Only one that did that was Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls was the only one that named himself after a Black, even though it was in TV, because that what was publicized. But Biggie Smalls was the only one that named himself after uh, a black person. That's because New York, you know, they had that. They had that back then. And that's why we rock with, that's why brothers in my generation, we rock with New York. I rock with New York because I was alive when we ain't had nothing to listen to but New York rappers. That's all we had. You understand? So now when I see it, I got off track a little bit, but it's all good. But y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all get what I'm saying. Man, comment, man. Let me know. Is our people wrong, especially in California? If you're in Cali, and you don't even have to be in California, wherever you at, are y'all experiencing that black racism? Because that's black on black racism right there. How you a black owned establishment and you only got one black person working for you? How that make sense? Explain that to me. You're not finna tell me black people don't want to work. You're not finna tell me that. Mm-hmm. And I'm curious to know what was they paying that brother. They couldn't have been paying him good because he was complaining. And I'm not gonna say complaining. He was expressing his gripes. Because when you get around Mexicans, when they get deep, they gonna show you, man. They gonna show you. They gonna show you. They gonna show you. And we so kind-hearted, we so open, and I hate that about my race. We accept everybody. And we know we know they don't accept us. We know that, but we still accept them and we bring them in. But me, I can't understand for the life of me how you'll bring others in before your own. I don't get that part right there. There's plenty of people of your own race that you could bring in and get them some jobs. Now you got a 1.something $6 million lawsuit because you was on some bullshit. And that's what you get, homie. That's what you get. I wish that brother could get more because I know what he was going through. I know what he was going through. You understand? But again, you'll never go nowhere and see a Mexican business where it's only one Mexican and mostly blacks. You ain't gonna see that nowhere. Comment, let me know what y'all thinking, and we gonna holler back. Peace out.
I parked in the handicap without a sign, cause that's where the Crips park all the time on mine.